Welcome to the Ecotone 19. My name is Hugo Araujo.
I'm Kamel Subanda in full.
Today we have a very special guest, Lex Amore, from the Biomimicry Institute. She is Director of Communications.
My role at the Biomimicry Institute is really about storytelling and being able to connect and share and inspire people. Our mission is all about education. All the solutions are like here. We just have to learn how to ask the right kinds of questions. Like that right there. If I can get more people to have that kind of like, I'm enough. I ended up working with one company that was working on this kind of thing and bringing it to the autonomous vehicles sector. I ended up having the amazing fortune to actually be a teaching assistant to Dana for a few different classes. And so the masters gave me the foundation for what I needed to be able to now I teach and I do workshops and I help people, but I also connect other people and I work with the Ask Nature team and I can use and apply the knowledge to really approach anything that I'm doing. There are many different ways to practice biomimicry. And so long as we embody the idea that you are going to have emulate, ethos, and reconnect.
Okay, there's Biomimicry 3.8, there's the Institute. What's the difference between the two?
Biomimicry Institute and Biomimicry 3.8 were once called the Biomimicry Guild. And they decided to split the organization and have a nonprofit that could just be focused on furthering education, whereas the for-profit could actually go in there. You know, they have the proprietary information. You can work with Nike, you can work with all these different companies behind the scenes, give them the tools. I got to do this video compilation of Janine and going back from one of the talks she gave in 2000 at Bioneer. So it was really close after the book had been released. And she was like, we should have this database for these strategies. And that became Ask Nature. So it started off with the student design challenge. And then from there, it was like, whoa, let's go even bigger. What about universities? So that split off into being the global design challenge, flagship parts of our organization where we can really group them into 4 different initiatives. Inspiration is Ask Nature. We've got the Biomimicry Toolbox. Basically, it's everything that needs to be 100% free. And then we have education, which admittedly is also still free. The Youth Design Challenge is really what we focus in on that. And then we have the innovation section. So I know you've heard about the Ray of Hope Prize teams.
What is it like hanging out with people like Janine, Dana?
And so Janine, she embodies what I try to embody, is not to make it about her, but it's about the practice of biomimicry. It's not about the stars of it. Every time you talk to them, it's like you walk away inspired, but also they're just humans. One of the things that I did was starting to do a scrub, basically, of who's out in the world, who's doing what. I reached out to everyone and was like, are you still doing this? Are you still active? And if not, like we're gonna start with a clean slate. And so I now have this access where I can say, hey, Hugo, can you take this speaking opportunity? It's local to you and it's going to be relevant for your expertise. And if you're able to do it, and some are honorarium, so some get paid, some are more just free based, but being able to spread the love. And the Global Network Slack channel is a great way to connect with people.
How do you see the role of biomimicry in regeneration?
Give more back than you're taking and have these nutrient cycles and be able to have something that is constantly growing rather than depleting and then having to try and like build up. Biomimicry has such a great opportunity to embody this kind of reality because in its very nature, if you're asking what would nature do, nature is about regenerating the land, being able to have these kinds of diverse ecosystems that thrive on the complexities and the intricacies of what's all involved there.
Degeneration, extraction, competition, maximization, and sustainability is kind of flattening the curve. But innovation helps us to jump into a collaboration. Like we need to create win-win situations and then optimization. And nature is about optimization. What I'm still missing in biomimicry, it is the indigenous knowledge.
Indigenous science has looked at geology and water as life, but when we're practicing biomimicry, we look to organic matter to mimic. The only thing that comes close is like the vortices from fish, but you're really actually studying the fish behavior, not the water. And so anything on Ask Nature is all directly related to a biological perspective of a form processor system that's being mimicked. And we've just had to put on the side all these other elements that is very true to how you would actually create conditions conducive to life.
Your favorite organism, what is it?
Dolphins.
Ah, why?
They are excellent communicators. They're intelligent. They're compassionate. They are able to navigate the seas and all their chaos and sense and use the clicks and vibrations. They have their own languages. They're fascinating creatures. How could anyone not see those kind of smiles? And we have spinner dolphins here, so they actually like jump up in the air and like dance. And if my body language is aggressive, they feel it and they go away. But if I bring the energy of like, I'm just a fish like you, like, I don't care, I'm just like checking you out, whatever, they're all about like, what's going on with you? What is this creature? My name is an active reminder of what I want to be and what do I want to embody. I was legally born with and given the name Alexandra Nicole Hunsdorfer. Yes, that's very German. My mother is Colombian, so I legally changed my first, middle, and last name to Lex Vida Amore. And vida is Spanish for life. Amore is actually Italian. So I could live a life of love, and so that my identity matched my intentity. I know that's not a word, but we're gonna be okay with that here.